So, dear Dhamma friends, say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, when end of the day, for some people, and for some people it is the beginning of the day, and it is the middle of the day for certain people. And it doesn't matter whatever the timeline you are in. If you look little bit for a moment yourself, and we are most of time in life looking for happiness and satisfaction, no matter where we are, no matter who we are, or whatever we do, we all have the same kind of idea, looking for happiness and satisfaction. So when it comes to that happiness and satisfaction, there are certain things in ordinary life we trying to get it. One is the people. So that's why this all the human connections, and that's why most of people get married, and that's why you have children sometimes, that's why you have friends, because we looking for happiness and satisfaction. So be very clear with yourself. When you have a idea to find the happiness with the certain kind of that the desire yourself, and then when you try to look that the satisfaction from others, when you try to find your desires to satisfied through other people, and if you get into a connection and your connection become so difficult for you. So when you have a desire to find something for you, with that intention, if you try to get into another person's life, it can be a husband, wife, children, or friends, or the partner, your relationship going to become so hard. Why? Because there is no one in this world come here to fulfill your desire. Understand that very clearly. It is very simple. It is not a jigsaw puzzle. But if you look yourself, be honest to yourself, be very clear, because it is you are the only one know that, because you are the one who's suffering. So if you have any intention to look for satisfaction for you with that idea, without understanding other person, if you try to look your satisfaction through that person, if you have a child, you're going to have a very hard time. So then nothing wrong with other people, that you are maintaining something wrong yourself. So that is why it is very difficult to get into this happiness and satisfaction with the people. Another thing is, and sometimes you trying to find the satisfaction with the environment, nature, with the situation. You create a party and you go for dance, you go for movies, you go for theater, for drama, and even sometimes you go for that this laughing club, and there are different things people do. But end of the day, when it comes to real life, it doesn't matter how loud you laugh, it doesn't matter how fast or the way you dance, it doesn't matter how loud you sing. When it comes to the real life, how much you understand yourself going to bring you the happiness and satisfaction. Another thing is, The people go to beach looking at the sea. Oh, so beautiful, so calm. There are some people nowadays, if they don't go to beach, they go crazy. Why? Because they say, they feel calm, they feel relaxed, they feel joy. And there are some people, they go hike. And nowadays, this all the national parks close and they cannot climb the mountains. And without seeing that landscape, their mind go crazy. They say, they claim they are unhappy. So for my unhappiness, you are responsible. Why? Because you are not allow me to go to beach, you are not allow me to go to mountain. And you go to beach, and for a while when you see the ocean, listen this very carefully. Okay? So when you see the ocean, you will go to beach, you feel calm, relaxed and comfortable. Of course, that is good. The same sea, the same ocean. How about the very next moment, if the tsunami going to come, what will happen to you? You going to enjoy that or you going to run? Then how about you go to a mountain? You enjoy the landscape. While you enjoy the landscape, how about the earthquake happen? You going to keep enjoying it? Or you going to run? So my dear friends, think about it. That is the real life. Because people see the happiness, people see the joy through this outside without knowing it is a moment, in the very next moment, whatever that the happiness or the satisfaction come to bring to them can go wild, can become so dangerous. With the ocean, with the mountain, it's just I gave two examples. You can apply it to anything, even the person. In this very moment, you feel the joy with the party, but in the very next moment, it's going to become a violence situation. And sometimes you go to a place, you meet the person, and you meet the person with the love, but very soon you end up your life with hurting. How it is possible? Because we don't see ourselves, we don't put responsibility ourselves to look for the happiness or the satisfaction inside us, and we try to look it from outside. We put so much value to outside world without recognizing it is inside us. So then the behavior with the situation, rather than holding, grasping and claiming, tangling with the situation, there is a way that you can experience. How? You can go to ocean, you can go to the mountain. You can see the beauty. Can you try this? I will give a technique. So it like this. So just look at me and just keep looking my eyes, and don't move anything yourself. Just keep looking. So if I keep doing this for days, within another few minutes you're going to shut down this and you're going to go away. Why? Because you get frustrated. You become unhappy. You know why? But me, for myself, I can keep looking at you till this life end. You know what is the difference with that? I don't have any expectation, but still I can experience you. The same thing. When you go to ocean, when you go to mountain, if you think, I am experiencing this, when the ocean change, you get mad. But if you really see the ocean without thinking, it is me, I like this way, you will, it doesn't matter whatever the ocean behave, you start to see the beauty of it. The landscape the same. When you go to the top of the mountain, if you start to experience the without self-centered mind, you start to get into just the experience. And it doesn't matter the earthquake happen, you still see the beauty of the landscape. Even with the person, when it come to a relationship, when it come to parenting, when it come to in day-to-day life, when it come to situations, if you see the situation as it is, if you take the person as it is, if you take the child as it is, without your self-centered mind or the ideas, you start to see the beauty of that moment. You start to see the beauty of that person. That is where the real love starts. Why? Because without understanding, there is no way you can love somebody. It doesn't matter your husband, wife, it doesn't matter your partner, it doesn't matter without your children, it doesn't matter anybody, even it doesn't matter the nature. Without understanding, without recognition, there is no way the love going to arise within you. Maybe you can say as a name, like the people, many times people say many things without knowing what it is. It happened to anyone sometimes. When the most of people say, and after the marriage day, when you read when somebody read the vow, and when you say I do, after 5 minutes, if somebody go and ask, hey, you told that you do you remember what you said, that what you say, why you say that you do? No one knows. Most of people don't understand what it is. Why? Because they train, okay, you're going to hear this, then finally you have to say yes I do. That's it. It can happen to the presidents, it can happen to the governors, it can happen to the chairman. Everywhere, sometimes people say things and they don't understand what it is. Even it can happen to the religious. We say many precepts, and late after 5 minutes ask somebody, do you remember what you said that? People don't understand. That's why we are in the samsara. That is why we keep happening. Look at your life. When something keep happening, why it is happening like that way? Because we don't put value on understanding. We just put value on events. But rather than understanding, we follow the events or the other concept. So then yourself, always remember, every day, few minutes, take your time and start to observe. The meditation is the path to recognize yourself. When that clarity arises in you, you start to accept everything as it is. Start with you. Start with your feeling. It start with your irritations. It start with your unhappiness. It start with your pain, unsatisfaction. Accept it, even very little pain. Don't try to change anything. Just observe and recognize how this come like this way. So then you start to learn. When you are able to recognize that, little by little it become a profitable skill. when you able to that accept little bit the pain in your body, uncomfort, discomfort yourself, little bit hunger yourself, that this little bit that itchiness in your body, that little bit, the whatever the the sensation you observe, sometimes your inhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold, you accept it. You learn deeper level. It is the bottom line of your mind. You start to learn it. That become the roots for your life. See, that is where then in day-to-day life, the whatever happen, you accept. Then other people will ask you, are you okay? That is mean your meditation start to work. Why? Because other people think, no, accepting is not right. You have to resist. You have to go against. That is where the samsara rise. But how the nibbana rise? Learn to accept it. How you can practice it? Start with your own body. Start with your own feelings. Don't try to change it, and just learn to be, and then you will see it is just the moment. Then so when it come to people, when it come to the other relationships, when it come to day-to-day events, you start to see, you recognize. In that recognition, you become complete. In that completion, remember that in the first level, you learn to accept. It is not, there is nothing here hidden. It is very clear. You cannot have any question end of this. If you hear this very clearly. So in the beginning, you learn to accept. How you practice it? With the little things in your body. The pain, heat, tightness, and even with the inhalation, exhalation, long inhalation, short inhalation, warm, cold, you accept. So then you learn the acceptance little by little. And then it develops certain kind of peace and calm quality in your mind. And with that, you start to accept other situations, other events, other people around you without self-centered mind. In that very moment, in that acceptance, you feel the completion, no resistance. That is where the real happiness you can experience. You start to recognize within yourself when that recognition happens. Within yourself when you start to understand other person. That is where real love arises. Because if you are not happy, you cannot love person. If you are not happy, you cannot love for the nature. If you are not happy, you cannot build a connection. It's not going to work. There is no foundation. So the foundation is understanding. So that understanding comes by accepting. That accepting comes by observation. That observation should be within your own body. Not the outside world, not the guru, not the monk, not the sutras, not the chanting. No. That observation should be within your own body. And another thing, within your clear mind. That is where you know it is real. So with that, I bless upon everyone. With this good practice, I wish upon, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Everyone stay healthy and safe. Sabbhityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavattantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. එත්තාවතාච අම්මිහි සම්පදං පුඤ්ඤ සම්පදං සබ්බේ දේවානුමෝදන්තු සබ්බ සම්පත්ති සිද්ධියා සබ්බේ භූතානුමෝදන්තු සබ්බ සම්පත්ති සිද්ධියා සබ්බේ සත්තානුමෝදන්තු සබ්බ සම්පත්ති සිද්ධියා ඉදම්මේ පුඤ්ඤ කම්මං ආසවක්ඛයා වහං හෝතු සබ්බ දුක්ඛා පමුච්චතු